Hey, BNI Chicago, we are at the very beginning of week 7 of Summer Games. That's right. Unless you are in the referral exchange chapter that has a Monday morning meeting, that means you have 2 more meetings to add to your scores for Summer Games. So today I want to talk to you about strategy. There has been a lot of movement in the leaderboard. We're seeing some new names in the top 20 that we've never seen before. There are less than 30 points that separate the 3rd place team from the 4th place team. So I want to take a moment to talk to you a little bit about strategy. First things first, attendance. Attendance is worth some points, right? You got to show up to play the game. And whether you're in a Monday morning chapter, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, your attendance is your attendance, right? Not a ton of movement that can happen there, but make sure you show up to the meeting on time. The next section where there is a lot of room for movement are your one-to-ones. And I'll show you here in a minute that you want to be maximizing your one-to-ones, right? You get points for your first 10 logged one-to-ones. That's 250 points. And you want to make sure that you have maxed that out. So if you still have room for a few more one-to-ones that count for Summer Games points, this is the week to do it. Again, big point movement. If you complete member success program, either on Business Builder online, bnibusinessbuilder.com, or attending the live session. We're having a live session this upcoming Thursday and the following Thursday. So the next 2 Thursdays, you can be live in person with BNI Chicago members from all over the region, seeing that training. And maybe you've never done it live before. It's one of our favorite things to do. So come on by for an extra 200 points when you attend the live session. So the weekly challenges, those get posted. It's already posted for the challenge by the time you see this video. Make sure you are not leaving points on the table by doing the trivia question, commenting on this YouTube video, and doing the weekly bonus points. And so the next 2 ways are the biggest 2 ways to give yourself movement on the leaderboard. These are the highest point values that you can have recurring, right? So a member success program, you can only do that once. You can only get points for that one time. However, visitors, when you bring a visitor to your chapter meeting, it is worth 50 points. So this is a visitor who is not a member of another chapter. Their seat isn't taken, so you can just bring your business partner, right? It has to be a legitimate visitor, someone who could be a member of your chapter. 50 points each. You can pack the house. You could bring 10 visitors between now and the end of Summer Games, log them for your next meeting, and that would be 500 points. And the next place to add a huge jump in your score is by sponsoring a new member. The Integrity Networking Group brought on board 2 new members last week worth 250 points each, right? So 250 points, that is a lot of points. However, we don't take new members lightly. So if you want to get that person who's on the fence to apply, they need to apply, go through the application process, and be accepted by your membership committee. That can take at a minimum 1 week, sometimes up to 2 weeks. And we have to have these scores in by September 1st. So if you know of a visitor who's been coming to your chapter or maybe came a month or 2 ago, or even during Spring Visitor Day, now is the time to follow up. You can really jump up your score on Summer Games by adding a new member and by bringing visitors. So I do want to take a moment to just show you a little bit about that. So I'm going to bring up the current scoreboard. So this is the current scoreboard. You can see the scores here. I know it looks like a lot of numbers. That's why we make the nice graphic for you. But you can see we've got 2 members of the same chapter, Jerry and Lori, tied for 1st place. But what I really want to talk to you all about is right down here, right? These folks right here. So hopefully you're watching this video. There is so much room for movement in these scores. I'm looking at someone like Trix Kirkpatrick from Referral Exchange. Trix is in the top 20, but they've only done 5 one-to-ones. They could add 5 more for an extra 125 points. Easy, right? Having one-to-ones. Same with Lauren Madeira from Integrity Networking Group, Colleen Coughlin, Integrity Business Advisors. Joe Schiller can add 1 more from Referral Exchange. Even as far down as people who have half the number of points of people in the top 20, in the next 2 meetings, you can absolutely skyrocket that. I'm looking at Andrew and Colin from Powerhouse Referrals, Gina from Downtown Connect. Even though it might seem like you're far away from the top of the leaderboard, log those one-to-ones, log those visitors, and have a great Summer Games strategy. So no matter where you are on this leaderboard, and I suspect there are some people who are a little lower than they might think they are because of record keeping, go in, make sure your one-to-ones are accurate, your visitors are accurate, get those bonus points, and I'll see you at the top of the leaderboard.